good job, Deontay Wilder. Like good job. I gotta give him some credit because I said the last video that I made about him, or one of the last videos I made about him. I said if he is to make the Gerald Washington fight on short notice, it would show me that he's actually trying to fight somebody, and that I would give him his credit. So I'm here to give Deontay Wilder some credit because it was reported by BoxingScene.com that Deontay Wilder will be fighting Gerald Washington on February 25th in Alabama. So he gets credit for not doing what he did in the last situation and fighting a guy like Chris Arreola. Now, Gerald Washington is not the best heavyweight in the world or nothing like that, but he's definitely a viable opponent, undefeated, someone who is 6'6", who would present different challenges for Wilder. So I think this is actually a fight where not only does Wilder get credit for taking Gerald Washington on short notice, but he also gets credit for taking a fight where it's not the biggest stylistic advantage for him, and he can actually get better and improve. So this is the type of fight that can help improve Deontay Wilder. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he does. But yeah, man, BoxingScene.com was reported that Gerald Washington is going to be fighting Deontay Wilder in a 12-round bout. And it's a great thing. It's going to be for the WBC title. So here we have Gerald Washington, a guy who, is only an inch shorter than Deontay Wilder. Is going to probably be heavier than him on fight night. And has some stylistic advantage or some physical advantages going into that fight that could really make it a tough one for Deontay Wilder. Maybe he scores upset. We don't know. This is heavyweight boxing. Anything can happen with one punch. But Washington has beat guys like Ray Austin and I believe he had a draw to Amir Mansour. He has a decent little resume, but that's what it is, man. They're gonna be fighting. I'm looking forward to it. This is definitely a step up from Chris Arreola and some of the guys who've been fighting. And yeah, I just got to give him his credit. So for Gerald Washington, I went on the whole. I told you guys that Gerald Washington said he'd be there before the Warzig fight even fell apart. That he'd be right there to take the fight. And he has. And he also confirmed that after the Warzig fight fell apart. So Washington remained consistent with what he wanted to do. And he's taking the fight. His chance at a title shot. Which is a big deal because if I'm not mistaken, I'm not an expert on Gerald Washington. So maybe Mr. Boxing Today, if you're watching this video, you can let me know in the comment section. I'm pretty sure Gerald Washington comes from like a football background. And he took up boxing later on in his career. And he only has about 19 fights, so to fight, for the heavyweight title in your 19th fight against a guy like Wilder, who many people would deem as, a lot of people deem as one of the most destructive punchers in boxing, and you haven't really fought anything like that yet. He gets a lot of credit too. I mean, yes, it's for the title, but a lot of guys would have turned it down. So, shout out to Gerald Washington. I'm actually I had zero anticipation for that Warzig Wilder fight, but now that he's fighting Gerald Washington, now that's a fight I can look forward to. That's a fight I can actually get excited about, and it's been a while since I've actually been excited to watch Deontay Wilder fight. I wasn't excited for the Arreola fight. The Spilka fight I was kind of excited for because the build-up was great, and Spilka went in there and gave a great effort. That was a fun fight. So it's probably been the first time since the Spilka fight that I've really been invested and excited to watch a Deontay Wilder fight. So we'll see what happens, but credit to both guys, especially Wilder. Because I did give him a lot of credit, and I'm a man of my word. If somebody does something that's worthy of credit, I give it to him. So shout out to you, Deontay Wilder, for taking the fight, and hopefully you come prepared because Gerald Washington I know will be prepared, and I believe from what I gathered from my sources, he was already in camp for apparently he was supposed to fight Antonio Tarver on the undercard of the Wilder Warzig card anyway. So he's been in camp. He's been getting ready for a fight that was with Tarver. I don't know what Tarver goes from here, but we'll see what happens, man. I'm looking forward to it. I think Gerald Washington, like I said, he's going to give Wilder some problems that maybe he hasn't had to experience before, because I believe the tallest opponent he has ever fought was Malik Scott, which was all the way back in 2014 or 13. And Malik Scott was only pushing about 6'4". Gerald Washington is 6'6", and on top of that, he also is heavier than Deontay Wilder. So if this becomes a fight to where they're fighting on the inside and Washington begins to lean on Wilder and get in his chest, it could be a fight where you see Wilder get tired, you see him fade, you see him not have steam on his punches. So I think the key for Wilder is going to be that jab. That jab that I believe is improved. Like it's been an improved jab, a more educated jab, but it hasn't been a tested jab because he's been fighting guys who are not necessarily the fastest in the world, are shorter than him. So like Spilka had some success, even though he's not the fastest guy, getting inside, but he wasn't able to maintain it because I just think he didn't have enough skill to overcome the discrepancy in height. Same thing for Areola. So now that he's fighting someone that's about around his height, I want to see what I think. We're as a boxing fan and a heavyweight boxing fan at that, we're finally gonna get a real good barometer of where that Deontay Wilder jab is at. Has he really improved it, or has his jab, the way it's looked, just been a byproduct of the guys he's been fighting? That's what we're gonna see. So that's probably the thing I'm looking. That's the question I'm most looking forward to being answered on fight night, and it's gonna be a good fight. And you got other good guys on that card. I know you have Caleb Plant's on that card. You have Dominic Brazil's on that card. Who else you got? They have it right here. Dominic Brazil, Caleb Plant, Tony Harrison's fighting Jared Hurd on that card. Like all of a sudden, like now that the main event is a good fight, all of a sudden that card becomes a very, very intriguing card with Tony Harrison, Jared Hurd, and Dominic Brazil and Caleb Plant. Like this is now a viable boxing card. So credit to both fighters once again. Let me know what you guys think. Gerald Washington steps in as a late opponent to get his title shot. Can he do it? Can he upset Deontay Wilder and become the WBC heavyweight champion? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about his chances. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.